WCBI News at 10 starts now.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 10. The FBI has taken the lead role in the investigation of a shooting at Naval Air Station Pensacola. Front and center for investigators, was this an act of terrorism? CBS's Jeff Pegues has more.
Tonight, FBI agents are scouring the shooting scene, collecting evidence and digging into the background of the alleged shooter. Saudi pilot Mohammed Saeed Ashrani, one of several hundred foreign pilots training at Pensacola.
He was just in the aviation pipeline, so we'll just say he was training in aviation.
Investigators are trying to determine how a foreign national obtained a handgun, which is prohibited by law, and carried it onto the base. According to the Middle East Media Research Institute, someone matching the shooter's identity had an extensive online footprint. In a Twitter post, the writer says, "Oh, American people, I hate you because every day you supporting funding and committing crimes not only against Muslims, but against humanity."
There's obviously going to be a lot of questions about, this individual being a foreign national, being a part of the Saudi Air Force, and then to be here training on our soil to do this.
Investigators are looking for any hint of radicalization, tracing back to his upbringing in Saudi Arabia. King Salman of Saudi Arabia called President Trump after the shooting.
The king said that the Saudi people are greatly angered by the barbaric actions of the shooter, and that this person in no way, shape, or form represents the feelings of the Saudi people.
In 2009, U.S. Army Major Nidal Hassan turned on his fellow soldiers at Fort Hood, killing 13 people. He had been inspired by radical U.S.-born Muslim cleric Anwar al-Awlaki. The Department of Defense tells us that the U.S. Embassy in Saudi Arabia vetted him to see if there were any ties to terrorist organizations. And so now investigators will be looking back at that process to see if they missed anything. And by the way, there are about 5,000 foreign nationals in similar Department of Defense programs across the country right now, and about 900 of those are from Saudi Arabia. Jeff Pegues, CBS News, Washington.
New tonight, a Tupelo doctor is the latest to be accused of improperly billing Medicaid for a joint pain relief drug he never gave patients. According to court records, Dr. George Hammett III and his practice pain management clinic received over $150,000 for supposedly using the drug Hyalgen to treat pain in his patients between 2008 and 2017. U.S. attorneys say that Hammett was actually using a compounded drug being marketed as Hyalgen and never told his patients that they were not receiving the actual brand name. He's accused of fraud and turned in claims for payment, saying he had used the name brand. 16 counties, including 6 in North Mississippi, will be eligible for federal money to help clean up after storms in October. President Donald Trump has approved a disaster declaration for areas hit by severe storms, straight-line winds, and flooding that happened on October 26th. Counties in our area include Alcorn, Itawamba, Lee, Pontotoc, Prentiss, and Tippah. The disaster declaration covers public assistance only and will provide reimbursement to state and local governments and some nonprofit organizations for costs associated with storm cleanup. Now, this declaration does not provide for personal assistance to individuals and homeowners affected by those storms. It's been almost 2 weeks since scratch-off lottery tickets hit counters across stores in Mississippi. Sales were reported to be $2.5 million on the first day alone and reached over $8.9 million in week 1. Our Stephanie Poole has more on what's looking like a successful launch.
These 4 tickets have been winners. In just 12 days, they brought in millions of dollars to the state of Mississippi. Store owner Yazir Jabbar says lines of jackpot seekers have been stretching out the doors.
For the first week and a half, it was extremely busy. Now it kind of slowed down. Everything became normal. But sales are still good. A lot of people still buying them and hoping they get the big jackpot.
Jabbar says the extra business is like hitting the jackpot himself.
Sales have been going real good. There've been a lot of busy people. A lot of different people be coming in, especially from Alabama. Like 90% of our customers that play in the lottery comes from Alabama, from Verner and side of town.
State leaders are taking notice of the numbers too. Even though Mississippi Governor Phil Bryant supported the lottery, he has been surprised by the fast start.
It surpassed all expectations. The sales have been remarkable, about $7 million in sales.
Bryant says money from the lottery will help fund infrastructure around the state.
So we'll have about $2.2 million of that for roads and bridges in the state of Mississippi. So this is outpacing, as I hear, all of our competitors, and we're just now getting to the point where we'll grow into the Powerball, which will be a whole new level.
In the meantime, Jabbar hopes more customers will come to his store, testing their chances to win.
We have a lot of winners, $500, $600s. I think we had a couple $2,000 winners.
4 more scratch-off games will be available to play on December 10th. Well, more jobs are coming to North Mississippi. Ashley Furniture is expanding their distribution center in Ecru. The $25 million investment will add over 400,000 square feet and about 100 new jobs to the existing facility. The current truck shop will be moved to a new location. Ashley founder and chairman Ron Wanick says that he is pleased with the direction the company is going.
For 50 years we've been growing Ashley, and we're very proud of it. Very proud of the designs and quality and price and the products that we do and supply to the U.S. consumers and worldwide computers. Since the last 25 years there's been a lot of change on this site, but it's growing and it's great.
The expansion is expected to be completed in 2020.
Well, if you saw a scary looking cloud this morning, you weren't the only one. Check out this shelf cloud sent in to us from Ryan. He works over at GTR. And this cloud raced through the Golden Triangle area earlier this morning. And basically what this is just where rising air is meeting sinking air. There's a difference in air right there, and that creates that sharp cutoff of the cloud. Really all this is indicative of is some gusty winds. Nothing severe is usually coming out of these, but definitely some gusty winds associated with those. And that's what we saw this morning. Overnight tonight, nothing to worry about though. Lows in the 40s for a lot of us, but there is some rain back in the forecast. I'll have those details in just a few minutes. Scott.
Thank you very much, Trevor. Well, a week ago today kicked off the official start of the holiday shopping season. The hustle and bustle is sure to bring a lot more foot traffic to area shopping centers, and with more shoppers will come increased patrols from the Columbus Police Department. Police Chief Fred Shelton says they also plan to set up the department's mobile command center at some of the high traffic retail areas. Well, you're never too old to be active. The Columbus Recreation Department is giving seniors an opportunity to live their lives to the fullest. Our Riley Livingston takes a look at how these programs keep them moving.
For Ann Baltazar, it's a typical Friday morning, getting up early and meeting up with her friends for exercise class.
It's a good way to start my day.
But it's not your typical class. This one is targeted towards seniors. It's a chance for them to get up, get out, and be active.
It works. It helps me with my blood pressure, and it makes it possible for me to deal with my grandchildren. Keeps me physically fit. A body in motion stays in motion. So I encourage people to come out and get off of those sofas and enjoy themselves.
11. But that's just one of the activities the Columbus Recreation Department offers to seniors.
They're going to do anything from crocheting to actually quilting, making pillows, making flowers. I mean, whatever craft they can come up with, that's what they'll do. And some of the seniors, they're just going to come and watch The Young and the Restless, but that's part of the program. We provide them with a TV and they come and sit down and do their thing.
Many start with the exercise classes, then spread out into other interest groups.
We have our Bible study on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's spiritual. That's to take care of the spiritual part, because I need that too.
But the organized activities are only part of the appeal. For many, it's the interaction between and after the classes that keeps them coming.
We do our fellowship, which everybody brings a dish and we sit down and we fellowship. That's also good, you know, because you get to find out about other people, things that they're going through. Sometimes you don't realize people may be going through the same thing you're going through. Sometimes we talk our problems out and we help one another, you know, deal with different situations. And it's just good for me, you know, to let things out.
All of the senior programs are free and happen at the East Columbus Gym, Samfield Community Center, the Townsend Center, and the Sim Scott Park once it is repaired. We're going to send things over to meteorologist Trevor Burchett over in the Weather Center. Trevor, Well, I lost my train of thought. Never mind.
We've all been there before.
Just go. Just
you know
take
it's
it
time
away.
for the Furcast. I think we're going to say something related to that. This is a look at Luna. All right, this is Elsa. I'm sorry, goodness, I got my dogs mixed up. Me and Scott are just all mixed up today. This is Elsa. She looks like Elsa. That's, I'm sure, why she's named that. Nice for the weekend. Staying mostly cloudy, though. We do see some rain return for the early portion of next week. I'll break that all down for you, hopefully in a better state of mind right after this. Stay with us.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Trevor Burchett.
Well, if you were up earlier this morning, say around 9 or 10 o'clock, you know we got some heavier rain across the area. Those rainfall totals will definitely show you that. North of Highway 82 picked up the heaviest rainfall. Some areas picked up 1.5 inches right in there. We picked up about 1/2 inch here in Columbus. The official reading in Tupelo was over 1 inch. This is just the radar estimate, so a little more there. But everybody got in on some beneficial rainfall through the day today, and even a few thunderstorms out there. Take a look at this video. This was sent in to us by our engineer, Chris. He was out at the transmission tower for the TV station today, and look at that lightning strike that you just saw. This is over to the west of West Point, and obviously big metal tower lightning is going to be attracted to it, but you can actually see the leading lightning strike come down. Give it just a few seconds. There it is. You can see that main lightning strike the top of the tower. So absolutely incredible video there. Obviously, Chris staying in the car, not wanting to work on the tower just yet, letting those storms pass. Probably a good decision to do so. Right now, all across the area, no storms to talk about. We are staying mostly cloudy, though. Temperatures right now in the low to mid 50s. We're 51 over in Vernon at Durham's Pharmacy, 54 in Louisville, and 52 here in the Friendly City in Columbus. There's that low pressure that caused us all those problems earlier today. It's now pushing off into the Mobile area, down into the Gulf of Mexico, and will be out of our hair soon enough. We're left with just a few thick layers of cloud cover, and that's what's going to stick around through the weekend. But our next rainmaker right now coming through the west coast, and that's going to be moving closer to us here in the next few days. Overnight tonight, lows in the 40s, maybe some patchy drizzle out there, staying mostly cloudy. That trend stays the same into tomorrow. Maybe an isolated shower or two. Mostly cloudy. Most of us are going to stay dry, though, with highs close to that 60-degree mark. Now, I mentioned that next storm system. It's getting a little closer to us on Monday. I'm hoping that most of Monday is going to stay dry for us. But as we get into the evening hours of Monday, say after sunset, that's where we see this surge of moisture ahead of the front. Can't rule out a thunder shower or two in this. I think most of it's just going to be some heavy rain. And as that cold front pushes through here early Tuesday morning, we're going to have some showers develop behind the front. So it's going to be one of those cold and dreary days where it's just raining and cold and not any fun. This model's suggesting maybe some flurries try to mix in. I think most of us are just going to stay with rain for this one, though. After that, we do start to see things clear out just a little bit, back to the 40s and mostly sunny for Wednesday. Clouds do build for us on Thursday ahead of our next rain chance and our next cool down by the end of the week.
Winter kind of making a return with those 32-degree
Yeah, it's going to be cold. Get that coat back out. You're gonna
all right. Sounds good. Thanks, Trevor. Yep. Well, a North Mississippi girl is helping make Christmas better one step at a time. We meet her when we come back.
You're watching WCBI News at 10 with Scott Martin.
Welcome back, everyone. A Tupelo 7th grader is helping collect boots and winter shoes for children of deployed service members. Hannah Donaldson has partnered with the Family Resource Center and Shoe Carnival for a fundraiser called Boots on the Ground. Customers at Shoe Carnival can purchase a pair of boots and get a second pair for 60% off, gifting the second pair to kids with deployed service members. Donaldson says that she came up with the idea because of a family member who is serving the country.
I thought about my family member and his son, and he is deployed right now, and he's in Iraq, and he never gets to see his father for Christmas. And I was like, I should do boots for him, so I decided to do for all the kids.
Donaldson will give the boots to the children Saturday at Shoe Carnival. She also has a nonprofit called Child on a Mission. Santa is getting a little help in Lamar County. Community members were invited into the Lamar County Department of Human Resources to see just how generous friends of the Santa Claus Project have been this year. These toys allow community members to share the holiday spirit with families who may need a little extra help. Director Randy Shelton says that adds up to more than 70 families, 145 children, and 760 gifts.
The community is extremely positive. We have good people here in Lamar County who are aware that others need help, and the community is extremely supportive of our efforts, and we're fortunate here.
Now, if you are a family in need, you can apply through the 23rd of December. The Santa Claus Project is financed by Lamar Aid to people put together by the people of Lamar County Department of Human Resources staff and volunteers. Well, downtown Columbus was packed tonight for the annual Wassail Fest. From 5 to 8 this evening, hundreds of people hit the local shops for some deals and drinks. It's been a packed Christmas fun-filled week with the parade kicking things off Monday, the tree lighting last night, then of course tonight's Wassail Fest. Myself, Trevor Burchett, and Courtney Robb all out there. Now, we don't know which businesses won just yet. Also, if you participated, your name could be drawn for some fun door prizes. State championship action going on down in Hattiesburg. We find out who keeps and who is newly crowned state title winners when we come back.
Your WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
The final weekend of the high school football season. One more chance for teams to bring home a gold ball. Let's get to the action. The 1A state title, Nanawoya versus Lumberton, with the chance for the Warriors to go back-to-back. First play from scrimmage. Mr. Football Robert Henry showing off the Jets. 60 yards to the house for the score. Lumberton goes up 6-0 in a blink. They missed the extra point. Nanawoya answers back. Fourth down. Quarterback Donovan Turner looking. Heaves a jump ball to wide receiver Tylen Glass. An insane grab for the touchdown. Warriors lead 7-6. Fourth down try for the Panthers. Henry tries to go outside. He's stuffed by the Warriors defense. Nanawoya making Lumberton pay. It's running back Shy Moore with the handoff, bulldozing his way into the end zone. The Warriors go up 14-6, heading into halftime. Second half, fourth quarter, Warriors ball in the red zone. Turner hands it off to running back Austin Sanders, who follows his blockers into the end zone. Warriors take a 21-6 lead, and Nanawoya getting another state title. They get the win 28-13 against Lumberton. Here's head coach James Courtney after the game.
It's incredible. I mean, you can't describe it. We're really proud of our kids. It's about the kids. It's all because of them.
The work we put in, some everything. It got us to this point. We came out with the win. Everybody doubted us, and we just work hard every year. And I mean, every day we got better.
Being able to prove everybody wrong that said we weren't going to be able to do it, and we just stuck together through the whole season. And look at us now.
I told you at the beginning, you know, we're the kings, and they just try to come and people just try to knock us off our throne. And look, I mean, we back and we done it again.
The nightcap, Oxford taking on Oak Grove for the 6A state championship. In trouble for Oak Grove early. Let's get to this action. Quarterback Damon Stewart on the keeper. And this one to start things off for the Chargers. Linebacker Tristan Shorter on the hit. The fumble, hot potato. Eventually the Chargers fall on it in some good position. And the Chargers come out swinging. Quarterback John Marr off the snap. The quick pass to tight end Clay Cromwell for the touchdown. But wait, called back for an illegal shift. The Chargers will have to settle for 3. It'd be a backbreaker for Oxford. Oak Grove answers right away. Stewart to wide receiver Tavion Smith. 25 yards for the score. Warriors take a 7-3 lead. Warriors pouring it on. Running back Nick Millsap escapes. Breaks free. And can he go all the way? He cannot. So the Warriors taking a 7-3 lead. Warriors now punching it in 14-3 there. That was Eugene Newell. And right before halftime, Oak Grove pulling the Philly special on Oxford on fourth down. Safety Quentin Sterling to Stewart for the touchdown. 21-3 heading into halftime. But the second half belonged to the Chargers. Oxford, a crazy play, first of all, with the Philly special. But Oxford with the ball to start the second half. Marr dropping back, finds a wide open J.J. Pagee streaking down the middle of the field, breaking a tackle, and takes it to the end zone. Touchdown for the Chargers. They trail 21-10. In the next Charger possession, Marr fakes one way, cuts back left, makes a man miss, and scores the touchdown to make it a 21-16 game. Oxford goes on to get the win 31-21, the first ever state title for Oxford in school history. And here's what the team had to say after taking the state championship in this one.
I'll be honest, it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. We just said this is what we do. We don't back down when we're facing adversity. We put on more steam, we keep going, and that's what we did.
Ever since 7th grade, this incredible group of seniors, our one goal has been to bring home a state championship. And man, it took all of us, and we did it. We did it.
We've been counted out all year, and they've been saying we too little, too short, too small, not fast enough, but we showed them tonight.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Scott, just a fantastic game for Oxford, and truly proving that just because the first half of a game is not going your way, it doesn't mean you're out of it for good. Oxford had, you know, they faced that adversity and they came back. They took the second half for them, and now they get to call themselves 6A state title winners. So a fantastic game for Oxford.
That is awesome. A big congrats to them. And like you said, don't count yourself out just yet. It's good advice.
Yes.
Stay with us. We'll have a last look at your forecast when we come back.
Pretty nice weekend, but it is going to be mostly cloudy, so a little bit dreary. Temperatures close to 60. Showers start to develop through the day on Monday, and it's going to be a pretty rainy Tuesday. Not a bad middle portion of the week, but once again, rain chances are back just in time for Friday. Temperatures close to 50.
What is it? What is it about raining and Fridays?
Just
It's rained
that
on a
time
lot
of
of
year.
Fridays. How many football games did y'all cover?
Well, we
where it
had that
rained?
great stint where it didn't rain for like the first 8 weeks, and then we got it, I swear, almost
Hey,
every
8 weeks
week
isn't
after
bad.
that. It was good while it lasted.
The first half of it, yeah, I guess.
It was good while it lasted.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great weekend. They'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to have a good weekend. Have a good one.